All right, Crafty review here. One out of our local watering hole.
Yep, been here plenty of times.
Plenty of times. We're here at OHSO. It's over here located in Phoenix, Arizona. And talking with some of the brewers, they were kind enough to let us set up shop today.
By the way, shout out to Josh and Scott, brewers at OHSO.
Yeah.
Cool guys, really good guys, gave us a lot of information.
A lot of information. Hats off to those guys. Hats off to those guys. So if you want to kick it off and start talking about some of the specs on the beer?
Yeah, so today we're going to be doing a review on a production beer that started to become a favorite here at the brewery. Starting to allocate more kegs to the beer because as popular as it's becoming.
Right.
I'd like to tell you that we kind of tried to help them coin a phrase called a Southwest style IPA. We'll see how that goes.
Their rendition of a West Coast style IPA.
Yeah, got to add some Arizona love there. But the beer is called Grovey. Oh, I'm sorry, not Grovey. That was my other favorite that we had here.
Right.
It was Hoppy.
They're Hoppy, right?
Yeah, so it's going to be a IPA. Some of the specs, excuse me for a second. On the grain bill, we have some two-row, Munich, and dextrose malts. So pretty basic, nothing too fancy, nothing too sweet or too overbearing. The hop variety that they chose, though,
pretty complex. Yeah, some of the other ones we've done, right?
Yep, it's a very complex variety, but it's everything that you need an IPA to be. So we have some Cascade hops, Centennial, Columbus, El Dorado, and Simcoe. Simcoe is one of the last ones that they said in there. So, we throw out so many hop varieties and we tell you about so many different types of hops. Certain styles of beers have to have certain hops to go with that palate, to go with that flavor that they're trying to get.
Profile they're looking for.
All the hops that they're using is everything you need an IPA to be. They're going to be strong, some floral, little bit of citrus to it, some tropical notes to it. But again, it's going to give what we always call that bitterness or that hop bite.
Right.
The hops that they chose, perfect for what they're trying to go for.
And it sounds like the process is they want the hops to hit you in the face first. To me, if you don't have a floral note or some type of note in general when it comes to the nose sense, and then you go to taste the beer, to me you lose something.
Yep.
You're not getting you're not grasping the whole concept of what they were trying to get across.
Yep.
In this case, you're getting everything. We can count on that.
And when we were talking with Josh and Scott too, they were saying how they've gone to California. California known for coining the West Coast IPA. They're big fans of that West Coast IPA, that strong bitterness flavor, but they want to start, again, trying to bring that Arizona flair to it, and kind of trying to put Arizona on the map a little bit with an IPA.
And anytime you talk to a brewer, they're always going to put their own twist on it. You know, although there's a base and there's always a structure to a beer, they're always going to want to put their flair to it. Because they have their own flavor palette, just like everybody else does. And they want their beer to taste a certain way. And so they're going to just incorporate their twist.
What I like about it though is that there's, OHSO Eatery and Nano Brewing, they're known for having a great variety of beer from breweries all over the country. And they're starting to get two of their beers that their flagship or their production beers. And so they said Hoppy is going to be one that they're going to want to start putting some twists on it. They've actually made twists already to the recipe over the past year, but they're talking about doing an imperial version of it, which means just making it that much stronger, making it much more alcohol content.
Complex.
That was one thing we didn't say. It fluctuates between, I think you said 6.8 to 7.2 for the ABV, and then 68 on the IBU scale, which by the scale standard says that it's going to be a little bit bittery, but everybody's palate's different. It could be a clean taste, could be a strong bitter taste. So right off the bat, cheers.
Nice golden color.
Dark gold color to it. Yep, definitely smell the hop. That's what they were going for.
I love that smell.
Yeah, one of the best.
I don't want to go to the stage if you want to put it in a cologne bottle. But you know what? This smells delicious.
All right, let's give it a taste. Yep. Right off the bat, you get hit with a really strong bite. Actually, to me, it tastes more citrusy than some of the other IPAs that are out there. They're less citrus and maybe more piney, more floral. This one, some of the hop variety that they use, a lot more citrus. I don't want to say lemony, but like apple, kind of a watermelon type citrus. But I think it's good. I mean, that's really good. It's not overbearing. You get a good mouthful though. It's not, not a bitter beer face, I think, by any means. No, what do you think?
You get the nice impact from the first taste. But for me, what I like about IPA, especially in this style, is that you get so much hop up front, and if it mellows out, and just doesn't give you such a pungent, sour taste, a little bitter taste. And if it washes and leaves it, but has the background, you know, notes to it, then you go in for more, and it's the same experience all over.
And next thing you know, you're about 5-6 glasses in.
and as the beer warms up, you're gonna get so many different tastes and nose scents to it. I don't know. For me, when I've been talking about folks and they're trying to get into craft beer, I don't like IPAs. They're too bitter. I don't like dark beers. If you relate one beer to another, you're going to lose all respect for a lot of beers. What you need to do is just appreciate the style that they're going for. Be wary of what they're doing and the ingredients that they use, and you can relate it to your own personal, you know, experiences, much like we do.
Yeah.
But separate each beer to its own because they're all different.
Yeah.
You know, a brown's going to be different than an IPA. A sour's going to be different than a malt.
Yep.
It's not fair to that beer.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. One thing we always try to do, I try to do when I'm trying to introduce people to craft beer, is find out what beer styles they like, and then go with beers that are similar to that style.
Yep.
If somebody is predominantly like a Pilsner, I'm not going to give them an IPA. I'm not going to give them a brown ale because they're not going to like it.
They're not going to like it.
So try to stick within your comfort zone. Find the style that you like. And I know I'm guilty of this. I was a big commercial beer drinker, so I was a light Pilsner, but I gradually expanded that palate.
Just gotta get your flavor profile.
So you got to start somewhere and then they just expand out and start. I mean, that's what craft beer is all about too. Is experimenting with something you might not have otherwise tried. And my thing is, I always tell everybody, you got to try the beer because it might be your new favorite beer.
That's it. Don't be afraid to try it. You don't have to buy it. Somebody offers you a drink, taste it, see what happens.
Yep. And the great thing with OHSO here is they have a phenomenal beer variety. They're very big. You know, you guys know Londo and I, we're really big in supporting our Arizona breweries. OHSO is the same way. They've done a collaboration with about 12 different breweries in Arizona. It's a pie theme, so we have, they brewed beers based on certain pies. I think Mother Bunch got in on it. They have like a shepherd's pie. Ash, which is actually a society of home brewers in Arizona, might be doing a key lime. I think they talked about blueberry, a whole bunch of different varieties from breweries all throughout Arizona.
Just goes to show how well entwined the craft community is. To me, that's one of my, aside from drinking good beer, knowing that people just want to make good beer and they don't have to worry about egos. They're just going to collaborate and push out a good product and be proud of that. To me, that ranks high on my list as far as the whole industry goes.
Yep. So if you're ever, for those of you that have the out of state, come out to Arizona, give it a shot. For those of you that are in Arizona, if in the next couple months you don't make it out to OHSO, you're the only one missing out.
Right.
So come out, visit OHSO. Great beer variety, great food. Arizona burger. If you're into a spicy burger, go with the Arizona burger, by the way.
Actually, all their food's really good.
I've come in here long enough. I've yet to have food here I didn't like. So good beer, good food, good people making it. That's a good recipe right there.
Scale of 1 to 5. What are you gonna give it?
All right, gotta do it. I almost forgot about the scale. I'm gonna give it 4.5. It's really good, actually. I'll call myself out on this. Come to OHSO so much that I tried the different Arizona beers they have. I stayed away from some of the beers that they made here because for some of those of you that don't know OHSO, they actually you can sign up and start brewing with the brewers themselves and make your own beer with the brewers here. So the OHSO beers that they call them were always rotating. They were always different. But what Josh and Scott were saying is Hoppy and another beer that they have, Groovy, is going to start being one of their staple beers or one of their flagship beers, a lot of companies call it. So basically you'll be seeing a lot more Groovy, a lot more Hoppy. So that's why I wanted to get in on it. And now that I know I'm not going to be missing it in a week, it'll be here. It's all right. I think I found my beer when I come here.
In all fairness, people sometimes get discouraged about going to a place, well, they don't have it. I like that beer and they don't have it anymore.
Yep.
This will be here all the time. Don't worry about that.
What do you rate it?
I'm going to give it a 4 3/4. I actually like it. I like it quite a bit. To me, it's everything a West Coast IPA should be. In relation to some of the others that I've tasted, it's spot on.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. For those of you that might be a little bit more into the craft beer, West Coast IPAs, they're very strong flavored, definitely hit you in the palate. And that's exactly what they were going for, and I think that's where they hit it. If they want to put this in a category of a West Coast, I think it belongs there without a doubt.
It's what he said, it's dialed in.
Yep.
I think he said it's pretty much dialed in, so they don't have to worry about it.
So let's get it down. Did you tap it?
Well, course I would.
It's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
Stupid.
I would tap it, flip it, rub it down.
Yep.
That's how much I like this beer. Would you tap it?
Oh, I'd tap the shit out of it. None of those say it, but I'd grab one of these right now if I could. But yeah, I'd definitely tap the shit out of it. Really good beer.
Well,
really
I appreciate OHSO for letting us come in and crash their pad for a minute. Great brewers, bunch of good guys. BS with them for a good half an hour prior to doing the review. We've been here numerous times. Obviously, if you've been here once and you go back, it's a place that you enjoyed.
Yep.
It's a local spot. Great patio in the back. Dog friendly.
Yep.
Don't hesitate to bring your dogs out. Come by and stop by and talk to these guys when they're out here brewing their beer. So Gabe, Londo, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And we'll see you next time. Cheers. Cheers.